Hello, dear students. Today we are going to talk about expressions, equations, and variables. Today we will today we will solve booklet page 42, 43, 44, and 47. Now, let's remember the meaning of variable, expressions, and equations. Here in variables, it's a letter or symbol that represents the unknown value in equation, such as x, y, z. So if we have unknown value, we will represent it using any letter you want, x, y, z, l, m, n, o, as you like. In expressions, it's a set of fixed numbers and variables that line up next to each others. Here we have two types of expressions. The first one is numerical expression, such as 2 plus 5 or 3 times 2. Here we have number, operation, and another number, what means numerical expression. And in symbolic expression, we have x plus 2 or 3y. And 3y, what means 3 multiplied by y. And here we have variable, which is x or y, operation, like here plus and here multiply, and number, which is here 2 and here 3. And now, in equations, we have it's a mathematical sentence that includes an equal relationship between two mathematical expressions, such as we have 5 plus x equals 9 or y equals 5 times 3. So, in equations, we must have equal relationship. So, when we have equal, the sentence will be equation. And now let's solve this example. Put a tick to classify the following mathematical sentence into equations or mathematical expressions or others. The first one, I have 4.7 plus 3.6 equals m. As we said before, when we have equal relationship, so it will be equation. Here we have 6.4 plus 3.2 plus 8. Here we don't have equal relationship, so it will be mathematical expression. Now, 56 minus x equals 47.5. Here we have equal relationship, so it's going to be equation. And now 3.4 plus L. Here we have number, operation, and variable. And we don't have here equal relationship, so it will be mathematical expression. Here, I ran 8 kilometers last week. Here we don't have anything to know it, so it will be others. There is no relationship, there is no equal, there is no operations, so it will be others. And now 3.5 plus 2.456 equals 2.5 plus 3.456. Here we have equal relationship, so the question will be equation. And now 37.125 minus 13.7. Here we have two numbers and operations, so it will be mathematical expression. And here it's numerical expression. And now, Amir had 3.5 kilograms of apple. Here, we don't have any operation, we don't have equal, so it will be other. And now, let's remember the keywords together. Here, if we have addition, the keywords will be add and sum and total. If we have subtraction or minus, the keywords will be subtract, subtract from, difference, remainder, left. Here, equal means is or result. Write an equation with a variable to represent each of the following. In letter A, we have the sum of a number and 6.5 is 9. Here we have sum means plus. A number, what means a variable. We don't know the value of the number, so we can represent it using x, y, z, any letter we want. So here we will represent it using x. And 6.5 here is a number is equal 9. So let's write the equation here. Here will be x plus 6.5 equals 9. And now in letter B, a number if added to 1.7, the sum is 2.8. A number, we don't know the value of the number, so we will represent it using a variable here. And added what means plus 1.7, the sum is equal 2.8. So here y, my variable, added plus 1.7 is equal 2.8. And now letter C. If 9.23 hundredths is subtracted from a number, so then the result is 23 and 15 hundredths. Here we have if 9.23 hundredths is subtracted from a number. So the number here, what means the variable. Here, which one is the big number? If we have a number after from, all the numbers after from will be the big number, and we will write it at the first. And now let's write the equation. A number, here we will write it at first, which is the variable y, because it's after from. And now subtract minus, here 9.23, the result is what means equal 23 and 15 hundredths. So y minus 9.23 hundredths equal 23.15 hundredths. Here are our equations. And letter D, the sum of two numbers is 17.35 and one of them is 14.15. Here we have two numbers. If we add them together, it will be 17.35. So is here equal. And now, one of these numbers is 14 and 15 hundredths. So here we have Z is the variable plus 14.15 hundredths equals 17.35. And now, if 10 is subtracted from a number, then the result is 25. As we said before, subtracted from a number, what means the number here or the variable is the big number. We will represent it using y. And here the small number is 10, so minus 10. The result, what means equal 25. So y minus 10 equals 25. And now in number 2, a class contains 40 pupils, 25 of them are boys. Write two equations to find the number of girls. Here we have the total number of students here, 40 pupils. 25 are boys, so the rest will be girls. And the number of girls here is variable. We can represent it using x. And now, let's write the equation. The total number of the class is 40, which contains boys and girls. So the first equation will be boys plus girls to give me the total number. So 25 plus x equals 40. And also we can say 40, the total number of pupils minus the girls to give me the boys. So it will be 40 minus x equals 25. And also we can say 40 minus the boys to give me the girls. 40 minus 25 equals x. And now in number 3, in a toy store, the price of a ball is 38 and 75 hundredths LE, and the price of a car is 42.5 LE. Write two equations to find the difference between the two prices. Here the difference is the variable. We will represent it using y. Now to find the difference here, what means minus. So we will start from the big number. The big number here is 42.5. So we can say 42.5 minus y equals 38.75. And also we can say 42.5 minus 38.75 to give me the difference, which is y. And now in number 4, if Gulf of Suez is 275 kilometers, here we have the Gulf of Suez and Aqaba Suez. And now here the length of Gulf Suez, which is 275 kilometers, and Aqaba Gulf is 180 kilometers long. Here is Aqaba Gulf, 180, which is shorter or smaller in length. And now Maryam wrote two equations to compare the length of the two gulfs. Here are the equations. 180 plus x, here is the short gulf. If we make it plus, the difference will be the big gulf. So 180 plus x will be 275. And 275 minus 180, so the long gulf minus the short gulf will be the difference, which is x. And now, what does the letter X represent in this question? Letter A, the length of in kilometers of one gulf, or the difference in kilometers between the two lengths, or the width of Sinai Peninsula, or the distance in kilometers between the two gulfs. Here is the length or the length of the gulf. So the answer will be the difference in kilometers between the two lengths. And now in letter B, if Mariam were to solve both these equations correctly, what would be true? Select two correct answers. Letter A, the value of x will be the same. Here, when we make 180 plus x of number, the answer will be 270. And also the same, if we make 275 minus the 180 will be x of a number. So it can be changed? No, because 180 and 275 will not change. So will be the same value. So letter A is right. In letter B, the answer to 175 minus 180 would be 85. Let's check the answer here. 275 minus 180. 5 minus 0, it will be 5. 7 minus 8 can't be. The 7 will be 1 from 2. 2 will be 1, the 7 will be 17. 17 minus 8, it will be 9. And 1 minus 1 will be 0. So the answer will be 95, not 85. So 85 is wrong answer. And now in letter C, the difference between the two lengths would be 95. Yes, we checked and here it was 95. So here also a right answer. In letter D, the distance in kilometers between the two gulfs will be 95. No, we are not talking about the distance. We are talking about the length or the length. So the correct answer is A and C. And now, number 4. Adham was comparing the height of sand dunes in the north part of Sinai in meters. He wrote the equation 27 meters minus 18 meters equals x. What does x represent? Here is the highest one and here is the shortest one. If we subtract them, it will give me x. So we need to know what does x represent. The height of one of the domes in Sinai? No. The sum of the heights of the two domes in Sinai? No, because we have here minus, not plus. And now, the difference between the tallest and the shortest sand dunes, or the distance between the tallest and the shortest. Here we are going to talk about the heights, so it will be the difference between the tallest and the shortest sand dunes. Here we are going to talk about solving equations, determining the value of the unknown. You can use mental math to determine the value of the unknown variable in equations. And also we can use the steps. Here in number 1, solve the following equations. Here we have 8.235 plus p equals 10.224. How to use the steps here? First, we need the p, the variable, to be inside here. And we will take all the numbers will be in the other side. So I will take 8.235 in the other side using the inverse operation. So here it will be using the inverse operation. Plus will be minus. So P equals 10.224 minus 8.235 like this. And now let's solve the subtraction. We have here subtracting two decimal numbers. So first we need to balance like this. And now 10.224 minus 0.8.235. And now let's find the answer. 4 minus 5 can't be. We will borrow 1 from 2. The 2 will be 1 and the 4 will be 14. So 14 minus 5 equals 9. 1 minus 3 can't be. We will borrow 1 from the 2. So 2 will be 1 and the 1 will be 11. 11 minus 3 will be 8 and 1 minus 2 can't be. We will borrow from 0. Uh-oh, we can't. So we will borrow from 1. The 1 will be 0 and the 0 will be 10. And now 1 will borrow from the 10. The 10 will be 9 and the 1 will be 11. Now 11 minus 2 equals 9. Decimal point, put the decimal point. 9 minus 8 will be 1. And 0 minus 0, 0, which has no meaning. So the answer will be 1.989 thousandths. So to solve the equation, we have to make the variable inside and all the numbers in the other side using the inverse operation. Inverse Inverse operation, what means? Plus will be minus and minus will be plus. And now in letter number 2, t minus 2.445 thousandths equals 0.26 or 26 hundredths. Now we need the variable to be inside alone. So t equals like this. And now take 2.445 thousandths in the other side using the inverse operation. Here the operation is minus, so it will be plus. So here t equals 0.26 plus 2.445. And now, when we calculate the answer will be here 2.705 thousandths. Okay, and now let's check in number 3. We have 6.82 hundredths minus h equals 1.023. Here we have a special case. Here we have a special case. If I have the operation and then here h, so minus and then h, minus and then the variable. So how to solve this question? Here we are gonna to switch. We are gonna to switch like this. So the h will be inside and the numbers will be in the other side. And now h equals 6.82 minus 1.023. If we calculate it, the answer will be 5.797 here thousandths. And now in letter number 4, V plus 42.809 equals 100.01. Here, as we said before, we need the variable inside and all the numbers in the other side. So I will take 42.809 in the other side using the inverse operation. Here the operation is plus, so it will be minus. So we will have V equal 100 and 100ths minus 42 and 809 thousandths. So then when we solve this question, so the value of V will be 507 and 201 thousandths. In number 5, 5 and 52 hundredths plus 2 and 41 thousandths plus M equals 9 and 271 thousandths. Here we have 5.52 hundredths plus 2.41 thousandths plus m. So let's make it easier. So solve 5.52 and 2.041 at first. Let's make the draft. Here we have the draft. And now 5.52 and make balance, so add 0 and the other number down. Let's start adding from right. 0 plus 1, it will be 1. And 2 plus 4, it will be 6. 5 plus 0, it will be 5. Decimal point, and I will put it in its place. And 55 plus 2, it will be 7. So here the answer is 7.565. 1 here. And now I will take it in the other side. So this digit, I will take it in the other side like this. So using inverse operation, what means minus? So it will be m equals 9.271 minus 7.561. If we calculate it, it will be 1.71 hundredths. And now in number 6, 2.377 plus 3.1 equals 1.52 plus a. In the same like the previous example. Here I have plus, so let's solve the question first. If we calculate 2.377 plus 3.1, it will be 5.477. And now let's take 1.52 in the other side here. So we will take it using the inverse operation. So A will be 5.477 minus 1.52. When we calculate it, it will be here 3.957. And now let's talk about lesson 3 and 4, finding the unknown and telling stories with numbers. Number 1, solve each of the following equations. I have in letter A, C minus 3 and 425 thousandths equal 2 and 520 thousandths. As we said before, to solve any equation, we have to make the variable inside and all the numbers in the other side. So here we will take minus 3.425 in the other side using the inverse operation. My operation here is minus, so it will be plus. So C equals 2.520 plus 3.425 thousandths. And now let's find the value of C. If we add these two decimal numbers, the answer will be 5.945 or 5 and 945 thousandths. Let's see in letter B. We have 23 and 24 thousandths plus K equals 25 and 130 thousandths. Here also we need the variable to be inside and all the numbers will be in the other side. So K equal. Here I will take 23 and 24 thousandths in the other side using the inverse operation. The operation here is plus, so it will be minus. So K equals 25.130 minus 23.024. And if we subtract these two decimal numbers, the answer will be K equal 2.106. And now in letter C, K minus 2 and 145 thousandths equal 0.772. Here to solve this question, we need the variable K to be inside and all the digits or the numbers to be in the other side. So I will take minus 2.145 thousandths in the other side using the inverse operation. The operation here is minus, so it will be plus. So K equals 0.772 plus 2 and 145 thousandths. So if we calculate it, the answer will be K equals 2 and 917 thousandths. Now in number 2, if the perimeter of the shape is 16.70 meters, so P here is 16.70 meters, what does X equal? So here we need to find the value of X. First, let's remember together. Here, perimeter means what? Perimeter means the sum of the sides length. The sum of the sides length. Here means we add all the sides. We are going to add all the sides. So 3.45 meters, the first side, plus 3.25 meters, the other side, plus 4.75 meters, the third side, plus x will give me the perimeter. So here the outer line is the perimeter. I'm going to add all the sides. Now I have three numbers. Let's add them to be easier. I have 3.45, 3.25, 4.75. And now let's start adding from right. 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 15. Write 5 and carry up 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. Write 4 and carry up 1. And now put the decimal point in its place. And here, 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. So we have here these three sides equal 11 plus x equal the perimeter. So here the parameter is 16.70, so we will write it here. So here the sum of the three sides, the variable and the parameter. Now we need to find the value of x or solving the equation. So I need the x to be inside and all the numbers in the other side. So I will take 11.45 in the other side using the inverse operation. The operation here is plus, so it's going to be minus. So x equals 16.70 minus 11.45. Let's make the draft. So to solve it, I have 0 minus 5 can't be. I will knock the next house. And now 7 minus 4, sorry, the next house will be 6 and the 0 will be 10. 10 minus 5 will be 5, 6 minus 4 will be 2, and decimal point 6 minus 1 will be 5, 1 minus 1 will be 0. So the answer will be x equals 5.25 hundredths. In number 3, in each of the following story problems, write equation matching and then solve the equation. Letter A, the weight of Hannah is 30 and 25 hundredths kilogram and the weight of Summer is 52 and 25 kilograms. What is their weight together? Their weight together means we're going to add. So here our question, we need to write equation, then solve the equation. Here the weight together will be x, our variable. So x equals 30.25 plus 52.25. So here we have together what means a plus. So to get the answer, which is the variable x. And now let's solve these numbers. If we add them, the answer will be 82.50. So the value of x is 82.50, what means their weight together. Thank you for listening. I hope it was an easy lesson for you.